How would you like to make your low blocks even better? I'm Sensei Johnston from Boundless Martial Arts, and with all karate techniques, there's different kind of levels of understanding and progression as you go through and learn these techniques. Today, I'm going to be taking you through some of the specifics of the low block, and as you watch through, maybe you'll find some details that you didn't know. All right, so for our low block technique, what's happening is we bring our hand across the body, we're making a fist, our other arm is in front of the body, and the elbows are covering our midsection here, right? So our whole front of our body is protected and covered from any kind of attack that is coming in. The top hand is sliding down the arm, and the bottom arm is coming back into our chamber position, right? At the beginner level, especially when you're new to the martial arts, this is a really complicated technique because you have one arm going in one direction, another arm going in another direction, and both of them are happening at the same time. So it takes the brain a little while to figure out the mechanics of that and to get used to that position. Okay, but let's take a look into the technique a little deeper. One thing that's happening a lot with this technique is you're rotating your forearm from your elbow, right? So in this position, right, I have my fist is pointed out, my thumb's pointed towards the ceiling, and I'm going to rotate this arm right down as it comes into this position, okay, here. So my arm is going from this position. If I left it, it would be this way. So there's a rotation that needs to happen. The same thing on this arm down here. This arm is here, and it's going to rotate up this way. So this forearm is rotating, and this forearm is rotating. And so now, just doing that, we have this double rotation, right, that is happening in our forearms as we do the technique. To practice this, I would suggest working one arm at a time in the beginning, right? Work your top arm and just work on getting first the feel of that rotation and combining it so that it can stop right in the right spot as we start to pull that down. Next, use your other arm. Take this bottom arm that's this way. It needs to turn and come up and work on that forearm rotation as you pull into your chamber position. The low block can do so many different things. Yes, it's a block, but it's also, this could be, this could be a strike, this could be a break, this can be grabbing and tearing, this can be trapping something, like trapping a body part. So many different things can be happening with this kind of technique, right? The next thing you can work on is speed. So now that we have a little bit of rotation, you can start to work on how fast can you get your body just to do these motions. And it takes time to build up those fast twitch muscles in your body to be able, right, to do those things. Some higher belts or some of you guys might know other katas where we have a move that looks like this. And it's the same kind of concept where we need to focus on the rotation, right? And the mechanics are that your lat is going to squeeze and your elbow is going to drop, and you have a real tightness here in the armpit this way when we're doing this technique here, right? One thing I commonly see is that students, they don't quite understand this, and so they'll start to wave out forwards with this technique, right, thinking that it's a sideways motion, and then this is all disengaged, which is incorrect. Right? From here, this is just pulled. If you want to just think of it as an elbow, this is where our power is generated from, and this is just the result of that arm pulling into that position, right? But we're adding the rotation to this as well. Okay? Some of you might have done the drill in class where we chop something straight across this way, and you get to feel what that feels like to chop with your body this way, as opposed to rotating and then chopping. This is so much stronger and goes right through the target as opposed to just straight across. And that principle applies to this as well. If we're just doing this, right, that's only going to give us about half the power. And that's why a low block starts here and looks like this, because the rotation adds so much to the strength and power of the technique. As you're going through and practicing, depending on your skill level in the beginning, we're just trying to figure out, how do I get one arm to go down and the other arm to go up at the same time, and trying to figure that out. In time, you'll be doing this as you step across the floor and you're trying to combine upper body technique with lower body technique. And that, again, is a whole nother body concept to apply, because now you're putting things together, right? You're stacking those concepts with each other. But as you get through higher and higher, the more you understand, the more you start to focus and think about these different things. It's not just about being strong, it's about what is my body doing, right, during the technique. Okay, I hope that's helped you out. Go and practice. I want to see your low blocks even better the next time I see you.